Hey Simmers, it's Sims Freeplay Design Heaven here. So what we're going to do today is do another visual tour of one of my houses. This is one of my newly designed house. So it was basically the first one I designed straight after the update of the basements, which came out this week. So it's this one here, and as you can see, it just looks like a garden. So we'll go in. But there's a bit of a secret in this house. So what I'm going to do actually is pop the roof up on this one so you guys can see what it looks like with the roof. So what this is I wanted to make basically something that just needed a basement level. So, when the basement update came out, or when it came out that, balconies, basements and patios were coming out, I thought, oh my gosh, how cool would it be if a housing lot looked like there was nothing really on the top. It just didn't really seem like a house, or it didn't seem like anything was going on. And then underneath there was a complete level of housing, or, some sort of furnishing and rooms and things like that underneath. And then I thought, oh my goodness, let's make a spy base. So what I wanted to do was do a headquarters for a spy agency. I'm toying up between the idea of it being the CIA or S.H.I.E.L.D, so Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, so the Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think I'm going to go with Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D because it seems cooler if it's S.H.I.E.L.D. But the first kind of problem I came up against was, well, if we've obviously got a basement level, where's the access? And how can we have a place that obviously quite a few people are going to be going in and out of without it seeming like, why are so many people going into that house or that room where there's obviously nothing there. So what I thought I'd do is create a park. So this is what this is. So you could just, go in, have a bit of a stroll in the park, and then if no one's there, you go into the entrance, and then you go below down into the spy agency. So this is the park that I created. I wanted to do a wall around the park, because I thought it was extra security. And I don't know if you guys have ever been to like walled off parks. I think they're kind of cute and they look nice. So there's a few different sections in the park. So we'll go through the park first. So we've got two rooms just at the side here, but you can't really see the doors. So there they are. So they're for the spy agency. They're both locked, so nobody can go into them. So it just looks like maintenance rooms. So we've got a little tranquility garden here. Then we've got some tables and chairs, so if you want to sit down and have your lunch. We've got the new fountain as well, the purple fountain, so I bought all 4 of those. We've got just a little bit of a soccer pitch there, just a little bit of a view of that tree from that park bench there, and, we've got the fire pits there. Then if we go back here, there's actually a barbecue and chairs and tables, so there's the barbecue. The 2 fountains and the chairs and tables. These 2 doors here and here are actually toilet blocks. So when I take the roof off in a second, you'll be able to see that they're actually female and male toilets, which I thought was kind of really cool. And I thought it looked cool too with the little edging coming out there. But yeah, so, and then this building in the middle here, I tried to make it look like a shed. So there's no windows. And as you can see, there's just a little door kind of hidden to the side there. So, and this area in here with that tree is quite hidden as well. So even if you did go in there and you're walking in there, no one can really see you in there. So, we could have 4 or 5 people go in within a half an hour period and people probably wouldn't really notice. So let's take the roof off and have a look. So here we go. So there's the entrance to the basement. I'll really quickly show you the toilet. So that's the female toilet over here. And then this is the male toilet. Nothing too special, but I thought that was cool having toilets there. So the idea behind this entrance here is that you could kind of come in with your running gear on, or you could come in just with casual clothes, or even a suit. You could go in the morning with a suit on and just, it could look like you're just taking a stroll before you go into work. And then if you look, I've got the chest of drawers there. So the idea is that you come into the foyer and then you quickly get changed into your spy gear, and then you catch the elevator down. So we'll go down into the elevator. And there we go. Here we go. So this is my spy base, my headquarters. So it's massive. It's going to take us a while to get through it all, but what I thought I'd do is would start from the elevator and work our way down and then across. So this is where you come into. Obviously, I kind of wanted the theme for the entire base to be, white and black and really crisp colors, because I thought, and lots of windows, because I noticed, because I watched Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, and I've also loved spy shows, so I love Nikita and Alias and all those types of shows. They just, I really love them. I think they're really cool. I'd love to be a spy one day, even though it's not going to happen. But I can always dream. But they always have a lot of windows, so you can sort of see everything. So instead of having windows within, obviously I've used the window doors, which is really cool as well. So we come down here and we'll go all the way down this corridor here, and then so this here is the office. This is the director's office. So if we're doing S.H.I.E.L.D, this would be director. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this Coulson. Can't believe I forgot that for a second. So this would be Director Coulson's office. It's nothing, it's quite neutral. So we've got black walls, and we've got the white floor. We've got the cool sort of Scandinavian type desk there. He also has his own staircase out, so I'll show you upstairs really quickly. So that goes out to this room here. I've blocked it off though. I don't know if you can see. I've blocked it off with those bricks there, because I don't want my Sims to go in and out of that doorway, because it's too easy to go in. I really want them to make sure that they go in from the lift. I may as well show you this one as well. So this here is the station where there's always somebody stationed here, and the computer access has cameras to, all of the park. So they are kind of like a security guard for the park to make sure that no, strange person's in there kind of snooping around. No one's going towards, the door. So they will go in and actually see the lift and things like that. So that's what that is there for. It's kind of really plain. So we'll go back downstairs. Okay, so this is obviously Coulson's office if we're doing S.H.I.E.L.D. Then to the side here, so he has access to the side here. There's also, that's his ensuite. So he gets his own little ensuite because he's the director and he's very lucky. Lucky Coulson. So you can also come down this corridor just here and come into this room, which is the control center. So this is where, if they're out on assignment or if they're on a mission or something like that, we've got the control center here. So this is where they sort of radio into, and this is where it all happens. This is the exciting room. So this is where the plans happen. That's why I've got all the tables and the monitors in here. I thought the black computers really worked well in here, and the concrete flooring. It was just, it seems very professional and very sleek in there, which is really exciting to me. And then if we go out here, this is where all the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents have their own computers. So they have their own computer stations and desks and things like that. Then we've got the notice boards here, so that might be, potential suspects. It could be, different plans that they might have. It could be the index, so the Inhuman index could be, on here somehow, or, obviously it's kind of exciting to think of what could be on those boards. Then if we go a little bit further across here, this is actually the briefing room. So this is where all the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or CIA, depending on what you want to kind of have a play with it, they stand here and they listen to the director or whoever's giving the briefing, and they kind of, get an idea for, what the next mission's going to be about and things like that. And then what I might do is double back and go down the corridor here. So this part of the base is actually for prisoners. So if we go through this door here and then we go down the corridor, this here is the prison. So this is kind of like the holding cell for if they've got somebody on site, and they might have special abilities, or maybe they're a criminal for some reason. So they just get a toilet, a sink, and a chair, and just a bed, because we want to make sure that they can sleep. We don't want to be too mean to them. I've also made sure that there's no other rooms adjacent or next to this prison cell, because I thought, if friends, they might have, some sort of ability, or, they might try and tunnel through. They can't, because it goes straight to dirt. So that was the idea, is it's as secure as it possibly can as a prison. Then if we come through here, there's actually two rooms for interrogation. So they're interrogation rooms. Obviously, we only have room for one prisoner. So if we have two prisoners, I don't know. I don't know what happens if we have two prisoners. They might need to share the one bed. But yeah, so that's this. the kind of, you know, you can see in from this room here. So this is where you would stand. This is probably where the director would stand and a couple of agents would stand. And then there's the 2 interrogation rooms. So in case you do have two prisoners, or, you know, two, you know, evil masterminds who are trying to get their stories in sync, you can put them into the two rooms so they can't talk to each other, and you can get the exact truth from both of them. And then if we go and turn around here, there's just little toilets here. So there's, you know, the sinks, we've got all the doors there to the little stalls. So there's 2 stalls there, and then 3 stalls on this side here. So that's pretty nice and easy. We also, if we go around here and into this area just here, this is the science area. So this is where all the science experiments are held. You know, so this would be where Fitzsimmons, if you watch S.H.I.E.L.D, this would be where they would hang out. So they've got their own little, you know, the water heater system. I've tried to put furniture in there, like the coffee machine and the chopping board and the monitors. I've tried to make it look like it's sciencey, even though it's kitchen related. And then they've got their own little sort of computer area over here where they can do their experiments and do, you know, put, you know, I know, slides of different sciencey things. I am not scientific at all, so I have no idea what they'd be doing in that room, but I've assumed that they would have a technology room off to the side there. I've also got the broom in here because I thought it was cool to have a magical broom cleaning S.H.I.E.L.D. I thought that was kind of a cool thing for them to have. Okay, cool. So then what we're going to do is up the top here. This is sort of not the living quarters, but this would be where you train as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. So we've got this room in here, which is the combat room. So this is where you would learn this sort of like hand-to-hand combat. I've also got chairs there. So just in case, you know, someone was running a class for potential S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, or even if you're just kind of brushing up on your, if you're a CIA agent or something like that, on your combat skills, you could sit and kind of watch somebody, you know, practice combat within this room. I thought it was really cool to have the mats in there because it was like, you know, mats when you actually are practicing combat, or even, you know, yoga or something like that. You could do a yoga class in here. It's always good to be flexible if you're a spy. And then the blue chairs just matched in really well. So that was kind of a happy accident that works like that. And then we'll go in here. So we've got the sort of punching bag things, even though only teens can use it. I thought it looked really cool in the base. And then we've got the gym, so they can watch TV while they're working out in here. So we can have at least 7 people working out in there at the same time, which is cool. And then, so someone's like, okay, that's it, hit the showers. We've got the showers here. So this is the, it's not necessarily a bathroom, it's just the showers. So they can go and shower and then get changed. And then to the side here, in case for any reason they do need to stay over, or, you know, the base might be in lockdown, or there is a really huge case going on at the moment, so they have to sleep at the base. I've got the bedrooms here. So each bedroom has its own little toilet. So there's no sink, which is kind of gross, but I couldn't fit a sink in. So I just thought, oh, well, we'll just have a toilet. And maybe, I don't know if you guys have seen the toilets where there's actually like a sink on top of the toilet where the flush button usually is. So that was kind of, maybe that's the type of toilet it is. So they can wash their hands after going to the toilet. I do strangely think of these things, which is probably a little bit sad of me. And then obviously if you've got your S.H.I.E.L.D. agent staying overnight, they need some form of kitchenette. So I've just made a little kitchen here, you know, where there's a little couch if they need to be eating, they need to sit down to eat. There's a coffee machine. Obviously they're going to need a lot of caffeine being spies. You know, you've got the water bottles there and the kitchen, the stove and the sink. And then to the side there, that's a little cleaning closet. So obviously that's where the magical broom came from, which is going around S.H.I.E.L.D. cleaning up after all their messes, which is awesome. But yeah, so that's the base. I hope I didn't talk too quickly, but I just get so excited when I look at this. I think it's just really cool. So I think I get so excited I talk 100 miles an hour. But yeah, that's the idea behind this one here. I will warn you guys, if you haven't already had a play around with basements, they are so expensive. I didn't realize I was spending so much money until I was sort of like halfway through, and each room in a basement it costs quite a bit of money. So when I did this one here, I was kind of a little bit like, whoa, that cost me a pretty penny, but I feel like it's worth it. I really love it. I think, you know, one of my favorite rooms is the control center. It just looks so slick and professional. There's something really cool about it. But yeah, that's my video. We'll go back up really quickly and have another look at the garden. It's I might put the roof on again so you guys can have a look. I reckon it's just a really pretty garden. as well. So, and it looks just unassuming as well. You wouldn't think that there's a S.H.I.E.L.D agency or a CIA agency underneath, which is, I find, just really, really cool. But guys, thanks so much for listening to my video. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up down the bottom there. Make a comment. I'd love to hear your comments. What would you use your spy base for? Would it be S.H.I.E.L.D? Would it be CIA, FBI? Maybe it could be like the blacklist. They have the post office at the blacklist as well. Yeah, and subscribe to my page if you want to see more videos like this one. There'll be many, many more to come. I'm making sure that I'm going to try and do it on a more regular basis from now on. And also, find me on Instagram. I'm at Sims Freeplay _ design heaven as well. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope you really enjoyed it, because I really enjoyed making this one, and I actually really enjoyed making this video as well. And I'll speak to you guys soon. Have a great